We have another mod by Gamwich. You might have remembered the last one, which was Peltapalooza. He's also done Ragnarok Special Edition. This is another must-have Skyrim mod in my opinion. This is when I was using it in my original Skyrim. I didn't even know he created both of these mods. I guess like before when I was modding Skyrim, I kind of didn't pay much attention to mod authors' names. It's just like, oh my god, click it now, I need it in my life. But now that I do reviews for these, I get to see who does what, and it's just kind of like staggering the body of work some of these mod authors have. Ragnarok was the mod author's attempt to do for rugs what he did for Peltapalooza. Rugs aren't merely clutter items in Skyrim, despite their classification. They also serve as artwork in the game. And in some locations such as Dragon's Reach, they have a very large visual presence. The short version, Ragnarok, retextures and expands on the rugs in Skyrim. The vanilla game had 15 regular rug meshes, but about only 8 designs. The game has 4 round rug meshes, but only 2 round rug designs. There are also 8 rolled up rug meshes, but only 4 rolled up rug designs. So there are many repeats. This mod has a unique rug design for each rug mesh, greatly expanding the variety of the rugs seen in the game. Each rug also has its own normal map, unlike the vanilla game, which it shares. The long version, the vanilla rug textures are not only low res, but they are poorly designed. The fringe rugs actually use separate sets of rug textures just for the fringe. This is not only a waste of VRAM, but a poor solution, since the fringe only occupies a small part of the original textures. Fortunately, RazorFX already addressed this issue with his excellent and immersive popular detailed rugs mod. He replaced the secondary rug textures with a new and more detailed fringe texture, as well as revising the meshes to use the new fringes. It's a much better solution than what Bethesda came up with. It seems obvious that any new overhaul should incorporate RazorFX's quality fixes. The mod author was pleased that he graciously granted him the permission to use this fringe and mesh edits for his own mods. With Ragnarok, the mod author wanted to go beyond the default rug textures. While some of the Bethesda rug designs were okay to begin with, there was no point in duplicating what RazorFX did with detailed rugs. He created a truly high-res, lore-friendly retexture of the vanilla rug designs. The mod author wanted to go further with the design of the rugs. Many of the vanilla rugs never appealed to the mod author from a design standpoint. Not only were many of the designs uninteresting, but there was no overall design aesthetic that the mod author could discern. While the mod author could imagine that a number of the rugs might be imported and not of Nord design, he still thought that most of them would be. And if they were not of Nord design, they should have some shared motifs. That is what the mod author endeavored to do. The rugs of Dragon's Reach looked too bland and washed out, so the mod author gave them a bolder and more defined pattern. The mod author used this design motif in various forms across many of the rug designs to tie them together stylistically. The original Bethesda rugs repeated designs with plain and fringed versions of the same rug. This was a waste to the mod author, as there are 8 standard rug designs in the common clutter section but 15 meshes. There are also 2 round rug designs but 4 round rug meshes. They also had many of the rugs share the same normal maps, so there's no real depth to the details of the textures. With this mod, the mod author expanded the rug's design so that there are now individual designs for the different meshes. There are also specific designs for Whiterun, Dragon's Reach, Jorrvaskr, and the Tavern rugs. And Windhelm's unique blue carpet also included are retextures for the Nordic rugs and banners, and the Dwarven Ruin rugs and banners. There are 3 color versions of the fringe textures to better match the different rug color schemes. Now, I could read you this verbatim, but I figured this much gave you a more in-depth idea of what the mod author was attempting to achieve here. By simply looking at it, you can honestly tell that he went out of his way to truly give depth to these rugs. Honest to God, you could almost see a thread count. I am blown away by the level of detail in the rugs when I stopped to actually look at them. Not only were they aesthetically pleasing, they pulled the room together and made the game more lure-friendly, more immersive, but they are beautiful to behold, and I completely agree with the mod author that they were artistic. I am blown away by Gamwich's work. I honestly like this more than Paltapalooza. Do not get me wrong, Paltapalooza is a must-have mod, and so is this, but this one I felt spoke to me more. This one, there's just so much beauty here to behold, and it's fantastic. I have to do something about the floor textures in the remastered of Skyrim, because the floors do no justice to these rugs, nor the pelts made by Gamwich. I can honestly say that this is another must-have and very immersive Skyrim mod, and I strongly urge you to download it if you have the computer that can play it. Well, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you as always for tuning into my channel.